Okay, today on Way Out Here, we're going to do a smoked whole chicken. So to start off with here, I'm going to start our brine. We're going to brine it for 24 hours. I'll be smoking it tomorrow. So obviously we're going to got a couple gallons of water, maybe close to 3, doesn't really matter. We're going to pour it over ice after we're done, so it's just a decent amount of water. It's got half to 3/4 cup of kosher salt. A third of a cup of, this is golden monk fruit, because we don't use much glycemic index sugar in this house. And we gonna do onion. The onion and the lemon will then, after it is the brine, it'll get stuffed in the cavity of the chicken. We'll strain it out, put it in the cavity of the chicken. And we got lemon, 5 cloves of garlic, and then we're going everything else off of just a little bit of taste here and there. We got some black pepper, some poultry seasoning, granulated garlic. Again, this is just for the brine. Some mustard. Do a couple of cloves, maybe 6 or so. Some cumin seed. Maybe half a teaspoon. I like chipotle chili pepper. And then a cinnamon stick. And a couple bay leaves. We'll let this come to a nice rolling boil, and we'll show you it cooking for a few minutes, and then we'll throw it in the 5-gallon bucket for the brine. All right, so we gotta get our brine to a light rolling boil here. Just turned it down, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. It's ready to go. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a whole bunch of ice in our 5-gallon bucket and make a big mess along with it. And then we want to put our brine on the ice.
And this bucket is only used for our brines and such, and for food. We don't use this for anything else.
All right, so we have here a looks like 6-pound whole chicken, locally grown. We thawed it out overnight, or over a couple days, I guess. Looks like somebody needs to sharpen our knives. Oh wait, that's my job. Alright, we'll stick this bad boy in the brine. And just like that.
And now we wait.
Now we wait. Alright, so our chicken has brine for a full 24 hours here. So we're going to pull it out of the brine. Stick it in the colander and let it just drain off. And then we're going to stuff the internals. First we're going to coat it with ghee and olive oil. And this is here put together. And then we're going to put all this stuff.
Woo! That's the stuff we're going to put inside the cavity. There's a lemon, some garlic, some onions, and it looks like there's some seasoning still stuck into it, cinnamon stick.
Take this stuff out.
So,
everything else will go in.
Yep, everything will go in. Okay, so now we're just going to pull the skin back from the meat. You can use a little knife if you need to. Sometimes they're really tough, sometimes they break away pretty easy, but then you just shove your hand in there. Make sure this all separates. And these local farm-raised chickens always do this better. The skin is nice and fat and it always just goes back. It's kind of nice. Some of the store-bought chickens don't do that as well. But we're going to do this on both sides. I'm going to break all this skin away from the meat and over here in the legs even, so the legs get seasoned. Until you can kind of run your hand around the meat there. And then we're going to flip it over and do the same thing on this side. And this side you definitely are going to need a knife to get into it. It's really, really tough by comparison. Once you get a little bit of space, you should be able to do the same thing you did last time and just pull the skin away on both sides. And you can cut all the way through here and get that off there too. I do sometimes. Yeah, I'm ripping the skin, so let's just do that. Pretty good. Okay, and same thing, I go all the way down towards the leg. Make sure you can get your whole hand under here. This side. Okay, and now what we're going to do is don't touch this, as raw chicken right now. This is just melted ghee, olive oil, thyme, poultry seasoning, and salt and pepper. And this is what we're going to rub on the meat in between the skin, and anything left over we can pour on top of the skin. But again, we do ghee because we have a kid that doesn't do milk, the milk protein. So we don't have butter, but butter definitely will do the trick. If that's what you have, that's what I'd use. Just kind of rub this all over on the inside. Make sure you get your meat coated. So, rub the skin if we want. Flip it over. Okay, and back in here. And you just kind of rub it all the way down. Get all that flavoring all over all of the meat. And on this side, on this leg, and on the other leg, on the other side. And then you can even, if you want, really get a bunch in there. You made that, you can't use it for anything else really because we stuck our raw chicken mitts in it, so you kind of have to use it for this. I put a little in here. Let's just pour a little right in there. Like that. Okay. Now we're going to put stuff in the cavity. So let's start over here. this was the brined onions and lemon. You might not need that other lemon. You might be able to save that for tea or something. This looks like it's gonna fit.
Yeah, shove it all in there if you can.
Yeah. So I definitely will put some of the garlic in here. The fresh garlic.
And we're gonna tie the legs up so it'll hold all that stuff in there.
I also take some of these and you can put them, if you sliced up enough, just spread them out under here. They get really good when you roast them anyway, so you really can't overdo it unless you really hate garlic. None of us do, so just put a bunch in. See where they're at under there. Spread them out. And we're really just gonna ram this guy full. Get all that flavoring.
And the moisture is the main thing for the lemon.
And the onions too. Onions have a lot of water in them. Okay, let's finish. There's garlic in there. And that's it until we tie him up.
Okay, so we got our bird here all ready to go. Got temperature probes in both the breasts. Got our smoker up to 225. Got this guy in here. Fill the pan with steaming water. We want this thing to be nice and juicy. We'll plug our 2 probes in. Again, we use the NutriChef probe with our monitor with dual probes. Get it turned on. I'll go on and turn the app on and get it set for 160. Alright, so this chicken was pretty good size, 6 pounds. It took about 6 hours to get up to internal temperature just over 160. We're looking for 165. I want to take it in the house and let it rest for about 10-15 minutes, and it should come up to 165 easily.
Here's the finished product of our smoked whole chicken, and it looks pretty good. We can't wait to try it. We're going to wait for it to come up to temperature, but we know we'll probably like this because we do a roasted chicken in the oven before we got this pellet grill with the same dressings, toppings, oils, everything like that. This one just happens to be smoked. And here's what's left of the chicken after we ate it. So the kids each had a leg. And then there's some of that breast meat gone. And then this whole thigh over here is gone. So really good, really enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it if you try it. And thank you for watching from way out here.